Hey, welcome to my channel. You're probably wondering, who is this girl and why do I care about what she's bringing into 2026 and what she's leaving in 2025? Good question. My name is Jules, but I also go by Soul here on the internet, and I'm really excited to share with you guys what I'm leaving in 2025 and what I'm bringing with me in 2026 for my journaling ecosystem. I found out that I really like hearing about what people use, what works for people, what doesn't work for people, and it does help me find my favorite systems and my own ways of doing things. So I've been journaling for the past, let's see, since my adult life, I guess, since elementary school. If you remember, in elementary school we used to get those planners. I loved getting those every year, and I think that is what started my interest in planning. But obviously things change, you get older, systems work, systems don't. Digital, physical, journals, everything under the moon, Notion, I've tried them all, and I've gotten to a point now where I'm happy with my system. I don't think it's my permanent system. I do think I'm gonna always change and evolve as I grow. But right now I like it and I'm happy with it. So I wanted to share with you guys what worked for me and what didn't, and what I'm gonna be doing in this year of planning and what I hope to continue into next year. And it would really mean a lot to me if you subscribed to my channel. It is not a requirement. I appreciate anyone who comes and enjoys my videos, but it would mean a lot. And if you do like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up so that I can pop up in your For You page in the future. That was a long-winded intro. Let's jump right into this video because I have some bullet points. The first thing I'm leaving in 2025 is going to be my Moterm A6, sadly. Loved this, used it halfway through the year. I picked it up in the second half once I switched sizes, and this really got me through until 2026 is here, and now we're here, and I'm hopefully going to be using this for something else. Definitely can repurpose this, but I love Moterm as a brand. It's a really good alternative to the Filofax if you can't get your hands on one. They are on Amazon and AliExpress primarily, but I really love Moterm. I think this is the, I don't know the name of this leather, but it's like the textured leather and the olive color, and I love that it had all the pocket space in the world. Like, this is so much space for everything. There was an envelope on the top as well, the 2 bookmarks also, and then there's more pockets on the sides here. Just like so much space for everything you need. More pockets, just like everything. So this is a really good planner. The pen loop here is also stretchable in the back. And then I like that Moterm offers 2 clasp sizes, so if your planner gets a little bit too thick or too chunky, you can always go back and just use the second one and give it some more room. And there was also room to grow if you wanted to keep it a little bit more tight. So sadly, this is getting retired for my personal size, and you'll be seeing that later on in the video. The next thing I'm leaving with me last year is my Traveler's Notebook. So sad to see this go. Really loved using this. This is the planner that I used the first half of the year. I was using my Sterling Ink Common Planner in the N1 size in this before I switched to the A6 size. So half my planning was done in this. Loved the Sterling Ink Planner once I started using this in January. What I didn't love was the space. I feel like Traveler's Notebook sizing is too tall and narrow for me, which I think I can get away with narrow. Narrow isn't a problem for me, but it's just the tall and narrowness of it that I didn't love. So this started off as my everyday planner, and then slowly I moved it on to be like a traveling journal. So it still does have a purpose. I will continue to probably use it for like scrapbooking and stuff. But for planning, I don't love this size. The next thing I plan on leaving with me in 2025 is all-in-one journaling. So I'm going to show my beautiful and my pride and joy junk journal, which I do want to use in 2026. I'm not going to completely deprecate this. However, I felt like it became super overwhelming to put everything in here. I was trying to plan, different events in here. I was trying to also just junk journal different trips I went on, different days I had with friends, fun little journal spreads of like things I currently love, my favorites, also cute artsy spreads, media journal. Everything in one was a bit too overwhelming for me, if I'm being honest. And it's obviously, she was well loved. I didn't pick this up until probably August, late August of the year, so we got this full within a few months. And it was a lot. It was a lot. I'm going to keep using it for junk journaling. However, I don't need to put everything under the sun in this book. I think this can continue to be a memory tracking journal and a cute little like junk spread. I already have a good idea of a spread I want to put in this journal that I want to do a cute video about. So it's definitely going to be used. I'm not leaving this journal in 2025, but she is no longer going to be everything in one. Poor girl needs some rest. She needs to take a break. We're going to be switching some things over into other journals, but for now, she's going to just be a memory tracking thing, a cute little junk journal for some stuff, not everything. The next thing I'm leaving in 2025, and please hold me to this. Please hold me to this. I do not want to buy any more stationery in 2026. And I have a caveat to this because when I go traveling and I go on trips and I go to stationery stores that I've never been to before, I'm buying something. I'm buying something. But in general, I don't want to continue to keep buying more markers, more pens, more pencils that I already have. I have a lot of brush pens, brush markers already that I use, and if I do need a specific color or there's a specific thing I'm trying to do, I might go ahead and buy something, but I don't want to go shopping just to shop anymore, or go browsing on jetpens.com and pick up a few different pens. I don't want to do that in 2026 because I do have a lot of pens that I currently use, and I have so many different variety of colors and markers and things already that I don't need to really buy anymore, unless, like I said, it's a specific color I don't have or a very specific item. I don't want to go shopping. I don't want to go shopping spree on jet pens, and I don't want to go to Blick and go crazy in 2026. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, I think that is everything that I'm leaving in 2025, and we can go ahead and move on to things that I'm taking with me and adding to my system in 2026. I sort of mentioned this in the beginning of this video, but the next planning system that I will be using is going to be a ring planning system, and this is my Filofax that I will be using. It's the Filofax in the burgundy color, and I love her. She's so beautiful. Waited 3 months to get her. I ordered it in August and got it. No, I ordered it in July and received it at the beginning of November, I want to say. She was definitely worth the wait. Loved using her so far. I started planning in December just to kind of get familiar with what I wanted to do, and I'm glad I did that because it gave me a good month to really figure out what works for now. And I love using this. I've been tracking different things in this, and I've been journaling in this and just doing a bunch of different things. It's definitely a one-stop shop, but not in the same way that the other journal was, more in like a functional way, if that makes sense. So love using this. We'll continue to use this moving forward in the year, unless something happens and I quit altogether. I definitely see myself gravitating towards this every day, and taking it with me as well. It fits really good in my work bag, and it also fits a lot of my content planning as well as my life planning, so I kind of like that I don't have to go to different journals for that too. Yeah, there's a video coming up on this, on how I set this up, so stay tuned on that. I just don't know when I'm gonna get that one out, but just a quick overview. I have some photo cards in here, New Jeans and XG, K-pop group, and then of course, just dashboards, planning, notes, weeklies. Yeah, we'll get an overview. Well, you're gonna get a full overview of this in another video, promise. What else is staying in digital? The next thing I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be mentioning now, is a multi-journaling system. I'm so excited for this. So I'm going to be switching it to have multiple different journals. I think that works better for me. The way I do things, sometimes I want different pages, I want different places to do things. Like I want a sheet that has no lines, or maybe I want dots, maybe I want lines, maybe I want blank sheets, maybe I want grid. I don't know. I'm like that. So what I plan on doing to kind of soothe that is just, like I said, use different journals. So 2 journals that I'm adding to my ecosystem is, three. Yikes. So 3 journals that I'm adding to my ecosystem are going to be the Life notebook. This is in the grid pages. I ordered the lined pages and the blank pages as well, but this is just, they look like this in different colors. And that is going to be like my one-stop shop for media journaling, novel journaling, and sketchbook art. I want to get back into drawing and using a sketchbook, so I figured that would be cute. And this is going to go in my leather-bound trifold. I just don't have it out right now, but that's where this is going to go. And then the next book that I'm going to use to track my reading is going to be my reading journal. I did post a video on this as well, how I set this one up. But this is basically what I'm going to be using to track all of my reading. I was trying to do that in my planner last year. I really tried to fit that into a planner and it just didn't work. It didn't work. So I decided to just get a journal for this, dedicated, so I don't have to worry about where it's going to fit, squeezing it into the monthly spread, squeezing it into the daily, making a spread for it. Now it's going to go here and it's going to stay here. And then the next one I decided to split into a different journal book was my daily diary. So this is going to be my dedicated diary book for 2026. I was previously again trying to use my Sterling ink and make it a one-stop shop, but again the traveler's notebook size is just not good for that for me. I cannot fill up a traveler's notebook size page with just writing. It just can't get done. So this is now my diary. It's the A6 size in the Midori 2-page daily diary notebook. So each page is a dedicated for one day. So you have one day here, and this is all one day, and then the next day we'll go on the next page with both pages, etc., etc. And I like this because it gives me room to write a lot and draw a lot. So what I do is I kind of just do like a quick little sketch of the day and add some like cute little decorations from my Sterling ink sticker kit. And then the grids are so small in this that I don't feel like I have to really follow the lines, and I kind of just write anywhere. The grids are kind of like a suggestion, honestly. They're not really where I write, and I love that about this journal and this like paper style. So I'm gonna probably continue using Midori, even if it's not this notebook. I want to try their other notebooks next year, but I really love this so far. And then I just printed out this cute little graphic and then got a cover for it so it doesn't get messed up. And my Hobonichi pen, I love using this for all my journals if I can. And yeah, that is the ecosystem that I'm gonna be trying out. Let's see how this actually works though. I'm curious to see if I actually use half of this. We might get a follow-up video maybe in the next month or two on how this actually ended up working for me. And finally, I decided that I do want to track my habits this year. 2025 for me was my last year in my 20s, and also the year for me to figure shit out. Okay, I wanted to really try everything. I tried out different habits that I wanted to track, different routines that I wanted for myself, and I don't think I got to like a perfect solution by any means, like not even close. But I do know what I like to track and what I don't like to track, what I don't give a fuck about and what I do give a fuck about. So this year I want to implement a more like sturdy tracking process. So I decided to go ahead and use my own personal curriculum that I've created for myself to track what I end up doing with that throughout the day of every day of the year. So I'm using my Sterling ink yearly pages to do that. I really love that Sterling ink makes them in the quarterly spreads. So we have January through March on the first page, and I'll be using my color coding system that I have for my own personal curriculum. So things I like to categorize are fitness, reading and writing, music, stream, and then content. So all those get their own color, and now I can track kind of how productive I've been throughout the year and where I focused on more. Like, did I lean more towards content creation? Did I lean more towards streaming on Twitch? Did I give up on my fitness goals this month? Things like that. Sometimes I end up doing both in one, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to coordinate with that. So for example, I do a lot of journaling streams over on Twitch, so instead of me editing them here, I do them live over on my channel. So if you're interested in watching me do any of them live at any time, make sure to check out my Twitch channel. Everything is linked down below, and I do a lot of journaling content on there as well. And yeah, that'll be interesting to see how I kind of combine content creation with streaming at the same time in this year. This is my first year kind of doing both. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. If you're interested in more videos like this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see me on your For You page in the future. Again, my name is Sol, and thank you for watching. Ciao.